was told the end was near, but faith erased the grip of fear. A vision came, a light so clear, his mission now for all to hear. Living proof of a greater plan, a voice to rise, a truth to stand. Through the fire, a guiding hand, exposing lies across the land. The doctors shook their heads in doubt, said there was no way out. But grace stepped in and turned the tide, a miracle they couldn't hide. Living proof of a greater plan, a voice to rise, a truth to stand. Through the fire, a guiding hand, exposing lies across the land. Now he speaks, a beacon bright, unmasking shadows with the light. For every soul who's lost in pain, he sings of hope through every strain. Living proof of a greater plan, a voice to rise, a truth to stand. Through the fire, a guiding hand, exposing lies across the land. Now he speaks, a beacon bright, unmasking shadows with the light. For every soul who's lost in pain, he sings of hope through every strain. Sweat on the ground, chasing the thrill, pushing harder, bend the will. Echo of drills under the sun, victory's near, we're never done. Coaching theology rising bright, sports and skills all intertwined. Business deals, sharp as steel, heart and hustle, that's the real deal. Boardrooms buzz with plans so tight, closing deals through the day and night. Numbers fly, but the game's the same. Win or lose, it's a fiery flame. Coaching theology rising bright, sports and skills all intertwined. Business deals, sharp as steel, heart and hustle, that's the real deal. Love's a game with no set rules, hearts collide, no time for fools. Practice patience, play it smart, relationships, they're a work of art. Coach and theology, rise and grind. Sports and skills all intertwined. Business deals, sharp as steel. Heart and hustle, that's the real deal. Boardrooms buzz with plans so tight, closing deals through the day and night. Numbers fly, but the game's the same. Win or lose, it's a fiery flame. Love's a game with no set rules. Hearts collide, no time for fools. Practice patience, play it smart. Relationships, they're a work of art. Coach and theology, rise and grind. Sports and skills all intertwined. Business deals, sharp as steel. Heart and hustle, that's the real deal. Coach and theology, rise and grind. Sports and skills all intertwined. All in a deal. Lightning strikes the midnight sky. Thunder rolls and questions why. A voice calls out from deep inside. One man's vision won't be denied. Roads of fire, truth untold. Words of wisdom, hearts of gold. Prophecy whispers through the trees. Echoes carry on the breeze. Turn it up, the truth is clear. The time has come, the end is near. Through the storm, the light will shine. A vision divine, it's yours and mine. Tides are shifting, waves collide. The future's written, can't be denied. Eyes wide open, see the signs. God's plan in motion through the lines. Trumpets call, mountains quake. Faith will stand, the earth will shake. Every question, every fear, answers whisper, the truth is here. Turn it up, the truth is clear. The time has come, the end is near. Through the storm, the light will shine. A vision divine, it's yours and mine.
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of the Phee Smee Show with Manly Mark. Phil, what do you think about this morning, man?
Rocking and rolling
How
again.
you feeling?
Nickel and diamond. I had another good night's sleep last night.
Good.
I felt good about it.
What do you think is the factor that's, or the variable that's changed that's allowed you to start sleeping better than the last few days?
Well, I don't know.
Or weeks?
I would say that I'm sleeping consistently better, but I will tell you that some nights I sleep 2 hours, 3 hours. The night before last, I slept 7 hours, and last night I slept 6. So I'm catching back up.
Okay,
that's
that's not
normally
bad.
what happens.
Okay, that's not bad at all. Well, good.
Yeah, normally what happens. If it's not my shoulder on my left side, or my hand on my left side, or my knee on my right side, or my hip on my right side,
Sure.
there's always something, Mark.
Well, I was just glad it wasn't raining this morning.
Well, I'm just glad it wasn't my kidneys, liver, or skin.
Well, I know.
can deal with a little bit of inflammation.
Sure. And well, would you come on air and say that you were having kidney or liver problems?
Absolutely. I'd come in here and say, you better watch Phee live or watch Phee die. It's going to be a tough time today. I might not be able to get out of bed. I'm bleeding blood. I'm throwing up blood.
They would literally just watch you laying in bed all day.
They'd watch me lay in bed, and the dogs would come around and love on me. And they just everybody'd be just singing
And then
Kumbaya.
that guy, Peyton, that guy in my youth group, he'd feel bad about being mean about your robes.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, well, look at him sitting there getting dressed because he's too self-conscious to put his ropes on now because of you.
Right. Is that what you told him last night? Look at him. He's actually putting on clothes.
Well, Phee, the robe's great.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the robe. I am a robe freak. I like the robe. I'm going to wear the robe on Night Night. I'm going to wear the robe on Terminally Ill podcast. But if I'm going to have to start taking the heat on, wearing robes all the time.
Well, the robe is fine in proper context. I mean, look at the set. Look at us. We're like serious. I mean, I say that. I need.
You're in a t-shirt. You want to put a suit and tie on every day?
If I had a suit and tie, I would. I had an uncle the other day who told me to put a collar on.
See, well, I mean, I would think that if you want to dress up in suit and tie every day, like I do on the podcast.
I could, but I just don't have a suit and tie.
Well, I mean, we don't mind buying you a wardrobe. And most of the people on TV, they have a wardrobe allowance.
Let's get a.
So if you want to dress up every day, we'll get us a wardrobe allowance. I can't imagine you guys enjoying Mark with a suit and tie on.
Well, I'm not saying I got to do that.
I would tell you he's a good-looking dude without a hat on. He just doesn't. Nobody ever knows it because, well, there he goes again. He combed his hair in 30 minutes. So.
Well, I mean, I'm not even saying I got to like dress up in a suit and tie. No. I'm just saying I could at least not put a T-shirt on.
Well, I think the context means if you're in a newsroom, you don't need to be in a robe or a T-shirt and
I know,
hat.
now you make me feel like
But
a
that's
hypocrite.
what makes us unique. We're trying to be unique. I mean, I did promos in a robe in city parks.
Well, yeah, because your promos were based around you being terminally ill.
That's exactly right. And so when I get up in the morning, I'm still supposed to be terminally ill.
Well, yeah.
But it doesn't make any difference because I played 18 holes of golf yesterday. Had almost 10,000 steps, about 9,000 steps.
Come on now.
I'm a little shy this year on my steps. Walked the Sahara Desert last year, 2,983 miles.
And that's in part because we sit around talking so much now.
No, that wouldn't be. It's because we're working.
Well, that's what I mean,
you're sitting around and
talking
a lot, but you're talking to technical people all around the world to get this working. And from a global reach, the Phee Smee network, Mark is what we call the conduit.
And what's that? Elaborate further upon that.
Well, a conduit, basically, you just want to be able to have something that can thread the fabric of society through.
Okay.
And plug it in on the other end. And you are the electricity. You're the juice, baby.
Does that even mean anything, or is that word salad?
That's word salad. You have heard, he's giving me some verbiage. Word salad, gaslight, slay.
No, slay. That's just so, like, to me, that's either like, I don't know, like girly, like middle school girly.
Don't you think that's probably girls saying that?
Yeah, or
do you think there's a lot of boys saying that?
Homosexual boys.
Oh my goodness!
I say that
gracious.
as I'm literally moving my hands around.
Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, you can only imagine what we're
Phil, you're a
with now.
60-year-old man. I swear, if I, as another peer, 60-year-old man, was sitting on the sideline, and I heard you out there or next to me say, "Slay, Queen," I'd be like,
"You've never heard me say slay or queen
no.
or gaslight
but gaslight is a real term.
Or
gaslight is a real term.
Yeah, and what was the other one that you were teaching me the other day?
Boomer.
Boomer.
Well, I mean, those are just terms that are like not gender coded in the sense of you expect like a teenage girl to say slay, but like gaslighting is just a term you see all over the place.
Well, well, again, he makes fun of my age.
Well, what's the term I just used right now that you was asking about?
Boomer, gaslighting.
No, I just used like 30 seconds ago.
Oh, I don't know, Mark.
Well, what are we even talking
I don't
about?
know. We haven't talked about anything yet, but we're fixing
Well,
to
I was
start talking about
about to-
because you were dead on again.
I
on
know
this
I was
Epstein,
about to. I was
files.
dead on, but I was about to get into a good point about what we was just talking about. Well, beside the point.
Well, I
Go
don't
on
mind
with the Epstein.
Well, no, I just think that when we started talking about Epstein, you were the one saying there's no way in the world that there's not a file, there's not a list out there. They've been talking about the list for 2.5 years. Now they're talking about it's a Democratic conspiracy, and go ahead.
Well, and that's, I mean, again, I don't know anything new about it because I'm not been paying attention to what's going on, really, just because I've known about it, and it's like, other than just saying, hey, that's just silly that they're saying it don't exist now. But what's weird to me is that how quick the masses change their own internal narrative based upon what the news is saying, right? Because
Well, it's not new.
well, no, it's not new, but I mean, I guess it's just, I was thinking about this morning driving over here, how even like you're surprised. Like when I said, well, Donald Trump must be, something weird's going on with that, because
I just didn't know Epstein was taking him or giving him rides. That's all I thought was interesting.
but the fact that even Trump's doing 180, like in going like kind of acting weird about it's odd, because that's just an odd thing, given what's been said about it all these years.
Well, the narrative from his standpoint would be the man's dead. I've got world peace to worry about and political.
Why would this rich guy who is apparently getting access to all this sex, why would he up and kill himself in prison? Come on now. Wow. He would have gotten out, right? He would have gotten out. He would have been able to enjoy that wealth, those connections. They killed him because he knew too much.
I wasn't between his ears, and I would doubt very seriously that he actually committed
what's
suicide.
So silly is it's like where the masses just change what they believe based upon what the news is saying in the last week, right? They come out and said, well, here's all the footage. Again, we talked about this the other day, but the footage of his jail cell, 4 hours uninterrupted, the raw footage. And then again, people who can just put that video into software and say, well, they spliced like 2 videos together, or like 4 videos together, or something, like that.
Deep fakes are going to continue to get where you can't tell.
Right, but that wasn't even a deep fake. That was just a poor attempt, because they didn't realize that it was, because they didn't realize that you can put videos into softwares, because they were just being reckless.
They can do
idiots.
anything.
Well, like they didn't realize, hey, we stitched this video together, put it out, here's the raw footage. They didn't realize people could take that and be like, put it in this software and it show, hey, this was spliced together with 4 videos.
Absolutely.
But again, people just don't remember when Epstein was even killed at the time. Like I didn't see anything about this. I haven't researched. I just remember my memory's
Your
not
brilliant IQ.
It's not even that. It has nothing to do with being brilliant or smart. I just remember. It's that simple. My memory's not decided upon the news of the last week.
Most are.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm making. I remember when he died, the guy killed himself. They said, "Oh, those guards fell asleep, and they almost wanted to arrest those guys." Remember that?
Oh.
And then they even talked about how like, oh, the footage is missing, or the tape's cut out, or there was like a 40-second or 40-minute whatever. There was like a little period that it cut out. I just remember there was all this talk about this and that, and then all of a sudden, oh well, here's 4 hours uninterrupted. Oh well, that's clearly false. Clearly spliced and edited, and it's just like they killed the guy.
Well, of course.
Even at the time when he died, his cellmate was like, now don't quote me. This has been since he died, me remembering, but like some like cop killer, right? That was in jail for life, a big old buff guy that was scary looking, right? Mm-hmm. And then it's like, well, Epstein hung himself with his bed sheets. So imagine some like big old giant guy as your cellmate, gonna be in prison for life. You know what I'm saying?
Well.
Hey, you're clearly a lot bigger than Epstein. I get this bed sheet, twist it up, put it around the guy's neck, dangle him around. He hung himself with his bed sheets.
Well, certainly convenient.
I'm just saying.
These heart attacks and these hanging and these people that die in prison, It's convenient.
But what's weird, though, is Trump's reaction to all this. And again, I don't.
Trump needs a better buffer in that situation.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's on the list, but
Well, you
I'm
did
just saying,
yesterday.
Well, I did, only to make the
And
point.
I said he wasn't, by the way.
Well, but I just making the point. I was exaggerating to make the point that it's just weird that way he's acting about it. Even like I got on my telephone right here. I'll show you. I got a copy.
Mark's been sick for a week, but he's getting better.
Yeah, Trump's. I guess this was on the Truth Social, but he said this is what he said. It's kind of a long post, but I just thought it was kind of relevant and again interesting because all of a sudden he's acting like just attacking those who even thinking about the Epstein stuff. But listen to this. The radical left Democrats have hit pay dirt again, just like with the fake and fully discredited Steele dossier, the lying 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell, which the Dems swore had come from Russia. No, it come from Hunter Biden's bathroom. And even the Russia scam itself, a totally fake and made-up story used in order to hide crooked Hillary Clinton's big loss in the 2016 presidential election. These scams and hoax are still all the Democrats are good at. It's all they have. They are no good at governing, no good at policy, no good at picking winning candidates. Also, unlike Republicans, they stick together like glue. Their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. In my past supporters, past in all caps, in my past supporters have bought into this bullcrap, hook, line, and sinker. They haven't learned their lesson and probably never will. Even after being conned by the lunatic left for 8 long years, I have had more success in 6 months than perhaps any president in our country's history. And all these people want to talk about with their prodding by the fake news and the success-starved Dems is the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. Let these weaklings continue forward and do the Democrats' work. Don't even think about talking of our incredible and unprecedented success, because I don't want their support anymore. Thank you for your attention to this matter, and make America great again. So what I'm saying is, it's like, man, and now he's just attaching those who talk about this to the Democrats and the liberals and the Russia hoax, and so it's like, that's weird, man.
It's called deflection, Mark. And
that's weird.
Not only do politicians do it, business people do it, relationships. It's deflection.
Right, and I'm not hating on the Trumper. I support old Trump.
Well,
but still, that's just weird.
Whether he's good or bad, whether he's happy or sad, he is anointed by our Lord Jesus Christ to go through this time. So, we have no idea.
Right, I'm not denying that either.
No, he's not a globalist, and that's what we're dealing with. Yeah. That's what we're having to deal with. I can put up with a little bit of problems in order to get access to the glory.
Right.
And that's.
But don't you think that's just weird, Phil?
It's more than weird, Mark. It's in that conspiracy arena. It makes me wonder how.
But you say conspiracy, but it's like.
It's in. They put it in everything that is on that in that gray area. They put over in the conspiracy bin.
Well, but
a lot of it doesn't belong there. This is one of them.
Yeah, but let me say it. Ask you like this. The other day, whenever I started talking about this, and you were just so opposed to the idea initially.
Yes.
Like why?
I don't play in that arena. It makes me uncomfortable to think that a man that's sex trafficking is giving Donald Trump a ride. I think Donald Trump probably could find a ride some other way.
But if you also think about it like that, hey, I'm giving everybody rides, so their name's in my book, regardless of if they're doing anything or having any services upon these rides. Their name's still logged in my books. So what I'm saying is, it's just like
my daddy would say that you're guilty by association.
Well, I agree,
but we don't need to go there.
No, but I agree. But the point I'm making is, it's like even just getting a ride would entail.
He's a billionaire. What are you talking about? He needs a ride. I don't get that.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, like, if you're going from party hopping and his plane's ready and yours isn't, and the mood's flowing.
Well, now, if it's a plane ride, that's a different deal.
But that's what I'm saying.
I thought he was just catching a ride across town.
All I'm saying, that's the point I'm making, is even having your name on the manifesto entails a certain level of blackmail. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
It certainly connects him to the spot and the location
Right.
and the person. So
Right. So I don't know.
I am definitely more interested now because of Manly Mark than I would have been ever. Now I'm paying attention to that story because of you.
How many stories do I have to? I mean, I didn't.
Well, you're at about 7 in 2 months. You're amazing me. I'm telling people every single night and during the day.
But it's not even hard to do.
What you're doing, it's hard to amaze me.
Open your eyes, people.
It's hard to amaze Phee.
Open your eyes.
Well,
I could tell you the places to look to get the info.
Oh my goodness gracious! Here we go again, boys and girls. You want to get
You want to tell you where the place to look to
No,
get the info? I'll tell you right here. PheeSmee.com.
I like it like that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
What did you think I was going to say?
I could only imagine.
What do you mean? Where else would there be info?
Oh, I could give you at least 3, but I'm gonna stick with the Phee Smee Network.
The Phee Smee Network.
Phee Smee Network with
And
Manly
then
Mark,
cue
where
to the
he breaks news on all types of situations, from Bigfoot to the Epstein files.
I could start researching Bigfoot and talk about it more often. But
Yes,
people
to
don't hear
weather
about that.
manipulation.
True.
So, and now let's get into this dadgum Fed. For some reason,
Fed,
the
okay.
United States citizens think that because it's called the Federal Reserve, that it's connected to the United States.
Okay.
And they are now talking about Donald Trump firing the Fed chairman.
Sure.
And, you know, the Fed is not connected to the United States. The key to all of this foreign exchange money and this BRICS is to devalue the dollar.
Yeah, but the Federal Reserve is evil, right?
The Federal Reserve is a cartel of bankers.
I will tell you.
Yes, they run the world's economy.
Check this out. Have you ever heard about this?
Uh-oh, here we go.
Now, I can't remember the exact numbers because, like I said, I always just dip my toes in these kinds of things.
Like dipping.
But this is true. This is true.
And dipping and ripping.
Some of the very key members of the people who opposed the creation of the Federal Reserve just so happened to be upon the Titanic when it sunk.
Well, I can only imagine that they sunk the Titanic to get rid of those 3 people. Because I'm the guy that when the plane goes down and there's 257 people on it, I'm like, man, I sure am sorry that those 256 people had to die in order for that one to die.
Yeah, I'm serious, man.
So,
I'm not even joking.
I mean, catastrophes and natural disasters and lots of things that can be at least played off as something other than what's truly happening.
Well, because think about how fantastical it is when you hear the story, right? Think about the Titanic, and they always include that the captain said, or whoever said, not even God could sink this ship. They always include that because then you go, well, they sure got what was coming to them.
Yeah, God went ahead and
but
the iceberg sunk it.
Well, I know it.
But
I
God
know
probably built the iceberg.
Well, but but what I'm saying is it just almost is like a psychological thing because it just instills the mythos of it in your mind of, oh, it happened this way, the iceberg, this and that. Not, hey, there were very important members of this thing that would have vastly shaped our country differently had there not been probably a bomb on the ship that sank it. You know what I'm saying? Or so paid off the captain to run it into an iceberg or something.
Oh my goodness gracious! They paid the captain off to. That's what you would call him.
I don't know. I'm just saying. But what I'm saying is, it's too convenient that its sinking led indirectly to the creation of the Federal Reserve.
Yeah.
Well,
the Federal Reserve is a cartel of international bankers. They are not on the wealthiest people in the world list, but they are certainly the real list they would be on.
Right.
And so watch out for the Federal Reserve. Watch out for the economic systems of the one world government. Prophecy is unfolding every single day around us.
Which ones?
All of them. They've already got the red heifers. They've practiced that ceremony. They've got the land bought. How does the Jewish people be able to get a land from a Palestinian or Muslim to buy on that Temple Mount? They've already got that secured. They've already done the red heifers. They've got the plans for the third temple.
Yeah.
And they're really
I just wonder.
I
just wonder what the pre-tribulation people are going to think. The
they're
pre-trib.
not aware of it.
Well, no, I mean, yeah. Well,
They're not aware. If they're not watching Phee Smee network, they're not
but
aware.
Listen, if they start building the third temple, or they do build the third temple, right? That's going to be in international news.
Oh, absolutely.
But what I'm saying is the pre-trib people would probably maybe think that they'd be gone before they even, you know what I'm saying? Before they had the temple. Or before they,
well, they think it's blasphemy that they're building the temple because Jesus, that's pointing.
Well, it is.
Yeah, but you have to remember those are God's people.
Of course, but the point I'm making is all these people who believe in a pre-trib rapture are going to be really surprised whenever the third temple gets built.
They're going to be deceived.
And they start doing sacrifices. They're going to be like, well, we're supposed to be gone by this point. What's going on here? Yeah. You know?
What that Hollywood movie left behind.
I tell you, I read all the books. I watched the movies. And the books were this thick, I tell you. And it was a good story, good books. But it was...
false narrative.
Well, it was quite literally just dispensationalism propaganda.
Yeah.
And I say propaganda loosely because it probably wasn't done with ill intent, of course. But
I think there's a lot of preachers out here that actually God knows their heart. And they believe what they're preaching.
Yeah.
Now there's other ones out there that haven't done the research and are basically just charlatans.
Well, yeah.
And that you have that in every industry and every profession. There's a lot of doctors out there that are nothing more than pharmaceutical sales reps in white coats. But there's some also really good doctors out there and that really care.
Yeah, and those are the doctors we like. It's just hard to find those ones, or hard to realize which ones are those ones.
You're a number to them.
Yeah.
You're absolutely a number. You got the British Open. I know you don't like golf, but you have the British Open this weekend.
I don't know what that means.
And, the British Open is one of the 4 major golf tournaments. You have the Masters, you have the USA Open.
So that means you're
you
golfing.
You have the Masters and you have the PGA Championship.
Okay, so that means you're golfing in Britain?
I will not be going back to Great Britain probably in my life.
But that's just where it's happening?
I've been to Europe, I believe, for the last time in my life.
You sure?
Europe and the United States in the future.
I've been 7 times.
Are going to be very at odds.
No, I'm just teasing. I've never been.
You've never been to Europe?
I've never been out of the country.
The Great Pond?
Never been out of the country at all.
Never been out of the country? Never been to Mexico?
No, and honestly, I don't care to.
I don't blame you.
I don't care to. Well, especially in today's time. If it was
1971.
Yeah, I'd be riding. I'd be hiking from.
You'd be heading to Vietnam.
Well, I'd be hiking from the tip of Canada all the way down to the bottom of South America. You know, I'd be doing something crazy like that. Mm-hmm. You know, if it was 1970, like you said.
Right.
Even if it was 1913. I don't know.
I think you'd like to live back in the Western days.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying I'd be some crazy cowboy, but I'd just be...
Oh, I think you would be a crazy cowboy.
I'd either be a crazy cowboy or I'd be like the guy who just had a wife and like 13 kids just on my farm somewhere getting left alone.
You'd be hitting it, and then they shot glass out at the bar
and then
the
they'd come
saloon.
Out, and they'd come out and try to like enlist me in the military and I'd shoot everybody, you know what I'm saying? And then they'd just be like, don't go out there.
Don't go out there.
Yeah.
You know how they came up with the shot glass?
No, tell me.
The bullet, one bullet,
okay, would
be the same cost as the shot glass of liquor. So if you didn't have money, you could pay for it by shot.
Oh, interesting.
And so that's why they call it
that's very interesting.
A shot glass.
Is that true?
It is true. I don't make up things.
Jerry, if you're listening to Jerry, fact checked him.
Jerry asked. He said that he wanted to send in a question last night. So I bet if we check on Phee at feesmee.com, Jerry will have a question for us tonight.
We don't know how to do it. Well, what I'm saying is we don't quite know how to integrate our email into our live shows.
Right.
But then I guess we can have them printed off. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, or we could actually have the phone calls come in.
Well, now the phone calls
you're coming to do that
happening.
Too.
Yeah, because, the problem with the phone calls is we already have an established phone number, 1-800-FEE.
Smee.
Phee Smee. I didn't know if it's Phee or Phee Smee.
It's Phee Smee. There's 7 letters, so you don't really need the last E.
Well, but there's a lot of services that will try to give you a phone number that your viewers can call into, and then you link it to this. But it's like, well, I don't know how to. I'm trying to figure out how to do it if you already have an established phone number. That's the problem.
Well, if we need to get us a new phone number, that'd be easier.
Even if it's not 1-800-FEE Smee.
No, we need to keep the one, the Phee Smee. We could get a different one, 833 or 866 or 877. I mean, they got them all now.
Oh, okay.
Used to just be 1-800.
Okay, well, I don't know what any of that means, man.
But yeah, our phone number is 1-866 Phee Smee or 1-800 1-866 Phee Smee, I believe.
Well, I don't know.
FeeSmee.com and Phee at Phee Smee. Matter of fact, I added Mark at FeeSmee.com. Well, I told the folks to do that at my server company. So maybe you will have an email by this time next week, and people can start hitting you up.
Oh, okay, that's exciting.
So, yeah, well, and then so if we can get the live phone going and we can get the emails going, it'll really help us connect and communicate with our audience.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're doing a lot of great things here at the Phee Smee Network. We've talked about the Epstein files today. We've talked about the British Open today. We've already got the Fed Reserve. That Trump is trying to eliminate the Fed chairman.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen. They're not happy with the situation as far as the interest rates are concerned. These tariffs are being looked at by the Fed as they're making predictions based on bad information on these tariffs.
Sure.
And that is Trump's, what he's saying.
Okay.
The Federal Reserve is saying we are in uncharted territory.
Okay.
We don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
We have to be able to be on the conservative side.
Sure.
And so they're at odds. I'm just saying that Donald Trump, the news articles say he's trying to get rid of the Federal Reserve chairman.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, he's going to have a difficult time getting rid of the Federal Reserve chairman because they are a cartel of bankers that aren't connected to the United States.
Sure. That makes sense.
And the key to all of the foreign exchange is the petrodollars. And for the last 50 years, the United States has not been on a gold standard. They've been on a petrodollar.
Sure.
And now with this BRICS, they're going to try to devalue the dollar, because when you start talking about Saudi Arabia and China and Russia and Brazil, all those foreign exchange markets are right now in U.S. dollars.
Okay.
If they can change that, and which they are trying to do, to this BRICS, then it will devalue the U.S. dollar tremendously.
Ooh, that'd be exciting.
No, it will not be.
Buy your rice and beans, folks.
No, it will not be exciting. It will be another step, like you're seeing every day, into this one world government.
Yeah,
one
but
world
just
religion.
imagine we'll be selling Phee Smee packaged rice and beans.
I'm looking forward
So we'll
to
benefit.
selling Phee Smee.
We'll benefit. Smelling feet.
Just
Selling.
selling.
Smelling.
That's right.
Uh,
And Mark be telling.
yeah.
Rice and beans, Phee Smee.
Yeah.
We got Phee Smee's honey, Phee Smee's coffee, Phee Smee's rice and beans. We got a lot of Phee Smee coffee cups too, like that.
Oh,
We
we
might
do.
even call some Fire, or what is it called again?
Fire King.
Fire King.
Well, just think we can actually get Fire Kings
Fire
and
King.
print Phee Smee on there.
We'll call it Manly Mark's Slay Queen coffee cups.
No, I don't know about that. Well, and just think though, we're going to have the FeeSmeeStore.com up, but just not yet.
Well, we have it. We just don't have any inventory in it.
Well,
Sooner or later, we have to actually stock the store.
well, sure.
But we've been open right at 6 weeks. We've got over 50 shows up. They've said in order for us to start doing some affiliate marketing, you need to have at least 50 shows up. We have now reached that mark.
Okay.
So we are going to move into that arena also. We're just I'm having a great time. You're having a great time.
Yeah.
We're just getting started, and I think we're gonna be fine.
Yeah, I think we will be fine. It'll be a good time.
Well, yesterday we talked about the alligator Alcatraz and then the conditions down there and how the Democrats were viewing it and going
Well,
through.
they're gonna be griping about anything and everything.
Well, yes, but that's
Naturally.
how well do you think we ought to treat those folks? Civilly? I mean, you think we ought to give them 3 meals a day, or you think we ought to put them up in the plaza and give them debit cards?
Well, I don't think we should put them up in the plaza by any means, and I think we should give them 3 meals a day. Now, I'd give them just the same meals we give prisoners. Hate to say it, but I'd give them their caloric intake.
You do know that our prison system has been privatized for several years.
Privatized slavery, man.
Yeah. So now you know that they are spending $72,000 a year per inmate.
Oh, that's way too much.
Do you
Now,
think?
I will say that's way too much, but at the same time, I'll say also that the prison system is just modern day slavery because they privatize it. These private prisons. Now, I'm not hating. Maybe I just don't know much about them, but they make these inmates work for next to nothing, and they benefit and profit from that labor. And it's like, well, seems kind of like slavery to me, man. I don't know, man. Because then think about like the war on drugs that predominantly made I'd say black men vulnerable to the crack epidemic or whatever, drugs, and then put them in prison, right? So they targeted them.
Yes, sir.
The war on drugs targeted the black fathers, right? Targeted the black fathers, and then put them in these privatized prisons that then benefited from the labor of these people who were put into prison by this crackdown on drugs that targeted them in the first place. So it's almost like a modern day
Your
slave
Shawshank
capture.
Redemption movie comes into play there.
Well, I have no idea about that. I've only seen it once, just kind of watching it. You know, I'm not a movie guy.
Well, they take the prisoners and they work and do prison contracts.
Sure, but yeah, it's modern day slavery, man.
Yeah, well, I can tell you that I grew up in the Memphis area, and you would have the wealthy white folks snorting the cocaine, and you'd have the black folks, and they would be cooking the cocaine and make it rocks, and then smoke it.
Sure.
If the rich white kid that was snorting it up their nose got caught, he didn't do any jail time. If the poor little black guy was doing smoking the crack, he'd go to prison 3 years.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's a different delivery method.
But it's just all
But yeah, I lived that.
targeted, man.
I can tell you that but I never saw any meth or anything like that. But over in here where I live now for the last 30 years, you get away from the inner city crack and you get over here into the mountain meth.
right. It's a shame.
So it's
man.
everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
And I don't know what they're doing out west, but
I couldn't tell you.
I would tell you that they probably got another name for it.
It's a shame, though, man. It's a shame.
Well, I think people are trying to escape
yeah.
the pressures and stresses of life. And as you well know, it can be overwhelming if you don't have a support system, if you don't have a family,
Sure,
if you're
but I
not
mean-
willing to work, if you make bad choices. I mean, there's a whole lot of reasons for you to be in that situation.
But even that, but it's just sad how much those people are targeted in that, how much the government has pushed off drugs on people. Well, if you get into like the opioid crisis and epidemic, what has the government done to allow these doctors to profit off?
Well, the pharmaceutical companies.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But then it all probably boils down to government people making money. But not only that, I lost my
Well,
train
you're
of thought.
definitely talking about the corruption of the government. Right now they spend $16 billion a year to keep drugs out of the country.
Oh yeah, well even like
and they spend $16 billion a year treating people that are addicted to drugs.
Yeah.
That's $32 billion a year that, on one side to get them out of the country and the other side to treat them.
Right.
They take 20% of both those sides. That's $3.2 billion they're making a year.
Right. Well, you can even find like pictures of American soldiers guarding poppy fields in like I don't know Iran, Afghanistan, places like that, and it's like, oh, that the same poppies that we made into opium, that will then be made into these drugs that we're hooking people on in America. Weird that it's our soldiers' duties to protect these things.
Well, I don't know. If
But then
they're-
the probably justification is just to stop the illegal trade, right?
Absolutely.
But even like I've read stories or heard stories about like in the Vietnam era, that they would get soldiers in Vietnam hooked on like heroin or other drugs. Then when they came back, they were homeless, outcasts, hooked on drugs, you know? And it's like, what's going on there, man? I don't know. It's a shame.
Well, our country has been involved in drug infested for years and years and years. But yes, the prison system and certainly the way they prosecute the crack from the powder was definitely wrong.
Yeah.
And so what's fixing to happen with our country with this fentanyl right now, about 250 young people a day are dying.
That's
from
scary,
fentanyl.
man.
Within the next year, it's going to be 2,000 a day.
That's scary, man.
They're going to put it in the food supply, the water. They're going to put it. I mean, you just got too many links in the chain.
Yeah.
Right now, too many links in the chain.
I just hope it's like one of those days where it's like, oh, I forgot to drink any water. Oh, thank goodness.
Well, You ought to have a well anyway, Mark.
I don't.
I know, but I'm saying you ought to have a well.
Everyone ought to, but I don't.
Well, you can't have a well if you live on the 8th floor in the
it
apartment complex, moving on up with the Jeffersons back.
I could probably have a well, but it would cost too much money.
How do you know? Have you even checked on wells?
It'd be a few $1,000s.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think that's probably worth the money for fresh water if you can't get it.
I agree, but I don't have a few $1,000s laying around, Phil. Not to.
We'll dig the well for you.
Oh,
Mark,
I'm not doing that,
I'll get my shovel. Mark will get his boots. He'll tuck his jeans inside the boots.
Sometimes you got to go 40, 50, 150
we probably
feet
go
down.
120 feet where you live.
That'd be insane.
Yeah, can't you imagine going, we got another 60 feet,
No, it'd fall in on us. That'd be scary, man.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do it. And we'd have to witch it with those sticks, walk around.
No, I'd get the Indian man that would do that. I wouldn't do
My
that.
brother can do it.
Can he?
Yeah.
Man, I admire folks like that.
I don't know how he can do it, but he can do it.
He knows where the water is.
Yeah, he gets those little sticks and walks around, and they
tell him.
They tell him.
That's energy right there.
I know. I bet I could learn.
I don't think so, Mark. I don't think you have the gifts. I don't think Mark has the gifts, ladies and gentlemen.
I do. He don't know.
The well
Watch
finder.
This. Yeah, you just wait.
I feel the frequency.
It's July, man.
I might just go ahead and spring a leak.
You don't want these bad intentions on you.
Spring a leak.
Bad intentions on you.
I got 2 more weeks of July. Mark thinks I'm going to die every day.
No, I hope not.
I tell you, they got the raffle on me. Whatever day. I think right now the 22nd is the
Well, the thing is, though, if you die, the operation just...
No, you just it's always the man.
Well, but I mean, I couldn't fund it.
Sure you could, Mark.
With
With my life insurance policy, my goodness gracious, how much money would you have?
I have no idea.
Of course not.
I have no idea.
Why would it be beneficial for you to know that I'm worth a whole lot more dead than alive? Hey, Manly Mark, funded by Phee Smee. He's dead under life insurance.
Yeah, I know. This is
term life, one day.
This broadcast been brought to you by the death
of Phee.
The death of Phee.
Hi, I'm Manly Mark.
May he rest in peace.
Yes. And this is the Fire King coffee cups. I'm not going anywhere, folks. I can promise you this. The doctors can say what they want to say. The Phee bird is here to stay.
Yeah, he is, and I don't want her to die. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, he's pulling against me.
No,
there are millions of people pulling against.
I'm just
Phee,
saying
pulling against.
I'm not pulling. I'm just saying how ironic.
I think the insurance companies are right now. They're saying they're giving me all kinds of problems because they did not expect me to live this long.
Yeah.
So now when I go and do anything, it's a billing question.
Well, do you think
terminally ill? He's in here 3 years. How terminal is he? That's what they're thinking.
Well, I don't know. Do you think they're like happy you're not dead?
Then? I think they're very unhappy that I'm not dead because it's costing them money.
Sure.
I don't cost them any money. I take no medicine that they want me to be on. I schedule the treatments that I want to schedule. I do the blood work that I want to do.
Right.
I read the blood work. I just go through that system there in order to have access to the blood test and the treatments and the 3D scanners and all of the different types of treatments that I go through.
Yeah, so. I get that. Well, I mean, and again, do you think if you did die, I'd come in here live like this, Phil died, or do you think it'd be like, well, guys, Phil's dead?
I don't know if Mark is a crier or not.
No, I am not.
I don't think he would be boo-hooing on the studio set if he passed on.
It would quite literally be like this. I'd come on.
When the roll is caught up yonder, when the roll is caught up yonder, when the roll is caught up yonder.
Phil's been called on up, y'all. I regret to inform you, but you've watched in live time Phil live or watch Phil die.
When the roll is cold,
this is the very last broadcast of Watch Phee live or watch Phee die because
all I can tell you is I'm not dying, folks. Not dying.
He has died.
Not dying.
Again, the Phee bird has flown the cage.
I fly away. Oh,
you will no longer hear his smooth, buttery voice on air because, as I said, whatever mysterious illness has taken him.
He died of a heart attack, and I don't know why there's needles in his jugular. Everybody dies of a heart attack.
And it's up to me to carry on his vision. He wrote down in a notebook his vision.
You're having a good time, aren't you? He's writing my eulogy on air, folks. It's the Phee Smee Show with Manly Mark for the very last time. So catch us here.
I gotta stop. That's just so funny.
Yeah, he's having a good time at my expense, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
I don't want you to die though.
That well, that's why you put on the show. Watch Phee live or watch Phee die.
I know, but
that's why you have terminally ill. The only grace I have is His kingdom's coming.
Come on, now.
Baby, because I got a feeling that Jesus is gonna beat me. He's gonna come back before I pass on.
Well, I mean that's hopefully.
That's exactly.
Well, I mean
that's exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Let's talk about this seriously.
Well, tell me.
We've had a good time, but you 25, 27, maybe 16. You want to be married. You want to have kids.
Yeah.
Are you really looking forward every day for the return?
No, because I could
Lord
tell you
Jesus
because
Christ?
it wasn't that long ago that I was all those ages. I mean, I'm 29, but all those ages, and I remember thinking, "Oh man, I hope the Lord's not coming soon because I would like to get married and have kids." Yeah. But now I'm like, now that I'm married and have kids, I'm like, come on, Jesus, come on now.
Well, I had a student say, "I don't watch your podcast because I want to get married and have babies."
Yeah.
And I said, "Well,
as if that's going to put it off."
And I said, "Well, you'll be fine because the Lord's not coming for at least 7 years, so you can get married and have babies for sure." But I've got 4 children.
Yeah.
And then by October this year, they'll be ranging from 20 to 29.
Yeah.
They 3 of the 4 of them are married.
Yeah.
And they all want to have children.
Of course.
And I want to be a grandfather.
Of course.
And I just think sometimes that people, it's not that they don't want Jesus to come or that they don't want to go to heaven. It's just they're comfortable and familiar on earth, and God gave them a will to live.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't think our eyes are on Jesus enough.
No, they just want to.
We like the world.
Well, they want to enjoy their life.
Yes.
I think that's a
they
big
want to live.
Who wouldn't?
Well, I mean, I think you would live probably a greater, more fulfilling life.
Of course.
But we don't know that, or we believe it. We have faith, but we haven't seen it.
Yeah, you're right.
But the 26-year-old woman that's been married 2 years and wants to have children is not looking for God. And I think that's what Matthew 24 is when it says people in those days will be having children.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be getting married. They'll be going on about their daily lives.
Eating and drinking.
Eating and drinking. They will not be looking to the sky for their Lord and Savior. So that's why deception can be so strong.
You see what Jessica was saying? She says, Mark, it sounds like you want him to die.
Yes.
It's like, well, no, I don't want Phil to die.
Mark,
I'm just saying it would be ironic to have to come on here.
It's a struggle every day for Mark to get here. The other day,
man.
I was sleeping. I took a nap. The other day, when I opened my eyes, he was over me with a knife.
No,
so,
come on now.
No, he's poisoning me slowly. But anyway, besides that, we're okay. We're going to make it through the day. Well, tomorrow's a new day, Mark. I mean,
Yeah.
How many more days we got in July? 2 weeks?
Couldn't tell you. I don't know what day of the month it is.
Oh, my goodness. I tell you. What day of the week is it?
Thursday.
Look, very good.
Thursday.
Good. We're starting slow, folks.
Well,
we work our way up.
It's just because I think it's a tool to manipulate you, man.
I think you'll find that everything's a tool to manipulate you, Mark. The sun, the moon, the stars, the dates, the calendar. That they've changed the territorial lines that different countries have moved.
Well, yeah, it's all
a
bother.
Puzzle, and it's a moving
It's
piece.
all such a bother.
Yes, it is. It's a problem for a manly Mark. But he is showcasing his Fire King coffee cup today.
No, my coffee's cold. I'm thinking, man, I wish I had some hot coffee.
Well, he's it's
well,
bad.
but the conversation's flowing. There's got to be some
the
more.
Coffee's flowing. You need to have a coffee maker here.
Yeah,
where we can
I know.
Be making coffee.
But there's got to be some more good. What else has happened other than Trump and Epstein? There's got to be other things happening.
Besides the British Open, besides the international news is about this Germany and France really leading these peace talks.
Was that like actually happening for real?
You got to remember now that Germany was heavily involved in World War One and
Okay.
World War Two. That the
Yeah, I'd say they were heavily involved. Yeah.
the beast, the beast in Revelations 13, which we'll be doing in our podcast, comes into one government. You can see that the leopard is the body.
Sure.
And that third head that received the fatal wound, when that Berlin Wall came down, that started the Fourth Reich. That's his forehead. Now it's as powerful, and Germany's going to lead that dadgummit United Nations force. And France, you better watch France. In the Bible, it will talk about the wings of a fowl on the back of that leopard. That and the France's national known as a fowl is a hen.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, so a hen. So France and Germany are going to lead that United Nations attack. But here's the question: how is Russia going to get on the same side as they are?
Couldn't tell you, man.
Because if Russia's got they're the bear, they're the 200 million man army.
Sure.
The foot of a bear.
Okay.
Now they're completely against and at odds. Mm-hmm. Russia sent a drone attack, killed 9 more Ukrainians yesterday after Trump had told him he had 50 days or less to end this war.
Right.
Now Germany and France are saying the United States is not helping Europe enough. We need to spend X amount of dollars on building up our military.
Interesting. Ooh.
And so you're finding out that Europe is going to be against the United States in the future.
Right.
How far in the future, I don't know.
Yeah.
And how does Russia, Ukraine, which is not World War III, that's not the Euphrates River scenario, how does that war end? Or how does Russia get on the same side as Ukraine and Europe?
Yeah. Well, I kind of see that, what you're saying. That's spooky. Spooky to see it all kind of come together, though.
Well, if they actually sign the peace plan, 7-year peace plan that has the characteristics that are biblical, then you've got 7 years before Jesus comes.
Well, yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen. I believe that before that peace plan is signed, there'll be some type of attack or some type of war. Remember, my vision, I saw World War III. I did not see the peace plan.
Well, I just don't want to personally be dragged up in it. Or I want to have my rice and beans stored up by the time it happens.
Mark, you have already decided between your ears that there will be an event that is pre-orchestrated.
Okay.
That will send us to war, just like it did in World War II, just like it did in World War I.
Yes.
Just like it did. They were talking about 2 nights ago on the news. I thought about you when they talked about it. They said that what really was the reason that we went into Iraq and to get Saddam Hussein had nothing to do with weapons of mass destruction.
Of course it didn't,
and
man.
I thought immediately, there's Mark again.
It had nothing because they never found the weapons of mass destruction.
No.
And it's just a lie, man. It's all a lie.
Yeah.
And it goes just deep into all.
But you don't know it till 5 or 6 years later, and then nobody cares.
Even Vietnam, same thing.
That was your government not allowing you to win.
Thing. Well, I know that, but just
that's the worst.
silly.
The United States of America has never looked the same to the world since then, and it had nothing to do with those men and women.
Right.
It had everything to do with the government.
Well, and what bothers me is it's people get mad at you if you say that, like, well, man, they made all those guys die in Vietnam for nothing. Oh, well, it wasn't for nothing. Well, it wasn't for nothing to them, right? But what did that achieve to further my freedom?
Absolutely nothing.
Right.
And a lot of mothers and fathers buried
same
their
thing
kids.
Same thing. Okay, Saddam Hussein, whatever operation that was. It's like, what?
What was the real reason we were there?
What was the real reason? If it wasn't weapons of mass destruction, what did it benefit to expend the lives of Americans to do that? But then if I say that and people get mad, I'm not a patriot, right? And so, but my thinking is, it's like people have a false sense of patriotism for these.
Okay, here's the facts. World War II, the people believed everything that the government gave them, and they didn't have access to information.
Spooky.
They all just flocked, and they won.
Spooky.
And it
What
was
really
the dadgum generational people.
Yeah, well, that's spooky. Just what the truth might have actually been during World War II.
Now, you've got all kinds of information and entertainment out there and platforms. A lot harder to manipulate everybody. So what you have is fragments or segments.
Right.
Same thing they're going to do with the civil unrest and spiritual warfare.
Yeah, and they even talk about like how specific, like movements or groups of online thoughts are specifically well, that's just a Russian meme farm.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh well, that's just a Russian meme.
You do realize, Mark, that 90% of the people out there don't have any idea about what's available technology-wise.
Oh, yeah.
When they start studying Russian bots, they check out.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and
there is such weather manipulation. They check out.
Yeah, well, there's such a thing as Russian bots that like
absolutely.
In the form of like memes, like some of the memes you see are in a sense made by Russian meme farms to kind of farm or push or nudge you towards certain ideological preferences.
Sure.
Right, for what reason?
They're mentally conditioning you, but the word there, when you combine bot and farm, most people don't understand.
Well, and I don't know if that's the
so
right
go ahead and
technical term.
explain what you're talking about when you say they're farming Russian bots.
Well, I just mean just somewhere they've got just people who make specific content all day and to put out on the internet
to change society's culture.
Yeah, cultural perspectives.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just like these billionaires are paying people for this civil unrest.
Yeah,
they're not expecting a return on investment. Mm-hmm. They're expecting chaos.
Essentially,
and they're buying to create the chaos.
Well, right, and it's the same thing with the anti-Semitism. There's a reason for it.
Yes.
Now, I think in part it's because, like as I've said, that it's to harden the hearts of people before the return of Jesus. The lemony will wax cold. I think you're going to see that.
You're already seeing it.
Yeah, I know, and you got to be smart and identify it, or you'll fall in the trap.
Well, that's why the old deception of the pre-trib, post-trib, and we're not even going to be here.
Right.
Okay, so
you get your popcorn.
Get your popcorn. Yeah. So that is not scriptural.
I'd say that. What if we just raptured right here on air?
You'd be happy, and we'd be happy because immediately, in a twinkling of an eye, that's 1/1,000,000th of a second. That's the speed of the light from the retina to the iris.
I'd be happy.
Gone, transformed, and be tickled pink.
I'd be happy to be wrong about that.
So if we're wrong about that, that's great, but we're not wrong about that.
No.
I have seen it, and it's not going to happen as Clarence Larkin and Cyrus Schofield said it would, because before then there wasn't anybody teaching pre-tribulation.
I will say that's the truth. Even though some people say, no, it's been taught forever. But it's because they have a stake in their tradition being right. So correct. It's like, do they worship the tradition or do they worship the faith?
It doesn't matter what religion or what denomination they're in. The Bible says in Revelations 18:4 that Jesus is going to give them an opportunity to get out of these religions and these denominations.
Right.
Because the Baptists and the Catholic and the Lutherans and the Church of Christ, that is not going to send you to heaven.
No, it's Jesus. Jesus.
Being a child of God will send you to heaven.
Yeah.
Accepting the Lord Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah,
get into that revival type of lingo.
We can. I mean, at some point we might just give a Phee Smee revival.
I think what we might do is just start preaching.
We might have a Phee Smee revival.
Just go ahead and start preaching.
Would you not want to have a Phee Smee revival?
Around like
get a little podium in here and you're just scooting around.
I think we ought to have some tent revivals. And you can get after the tent revivals.
Well, yeah.
RC slam.
Okay, yes, but what I'm saying, in real time, we could get a little podium and we'd have to live stream until we got an audience, right?
Right.
And then you just scoot around in here, money, and virtual money, and then people start sending a little Bitcoin to you. You know what I'm saying? And then you're preaching the word. The Bible says,
"Send me."
Well, yeah, plant those seeds of faith now.
They bless their hearts. They're gonna see God sooner or later. So.
Well, yeah.
They gonna see him.
Well, God, I got all that money for you.
Yes, I did.
For you to bless me.
Thank you.
That money was for you to bless me, God. Don't you know it?
I just love when folks say.
I want you to think that's what they're gonna say. The money was for you, God.
Yeah. Bless me. Like I told people, Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Out of every 4 verses is about money.
You wasn't trying to bless me with that money?
No.
Oh, I didn't mean.
You mean you wanted me to give that money away?
You should have been more clear about that.
I didn't need the third house, Lord. I just bought it because I thought you wanted me to have it.
The signs were not clear.
Very good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I can only tell you that if you're really, really making money dishonestly in the field of Christianity, that it's short. Don't ever exchange short-term gratification for long-term success.
Come on now.
So they can have a good time. The Bible's real clear about the wealthy man, rich man, and going to heaven.
Come on
Nothing
now.
wrong
Come on.
with money. Nothing wrong with it. We're going to have plenty of it. I can promise you this. But the bottom line is there is no love greater than folks that love their money.
Sinners.
Sinners.
I'm just teasing.
They're also, hey, let me tell you that their sin's no greater than ours.
Come on now. No one's sin is.
No. Well, I had a question last night about transgenders. How many genders were there? I told them there was 2 genders. But those folks, their sin's no greater than mine.
Come on now.
Let's just try to, got to pray for them and get ready for them, because I think they're being manipulated in order to have those sex change
100%.
Operations.
Modern day eunuchs.
And just like 5 years from now, they'll be going out there saying how terrible it is and how emotional and psychologically and traumatic and infections and everything else. But right now, they don't say a word.
Right.
They've actually manipulating and changing studies and lying to people and actually changing the studies. So a lot of people can go to jail, especially I think University of California, one of those universities out there, with changing results for the test on the pre-puberty pre-puberty drugs that they were doing for hormonal issues before they had to go so many months before they actually do the surgery.
Interesting.
So yes, you're going to find it's going to come out a lot that people are going to really be struggling. You sound like a munchkin there.
And then you were making a little silly voice.
Probably because you were making me silly.
I guess so. Well, guys, thank you for tuning into the Phee Smee show today. It's been couldn't tell you what we talked about, but hopefully
I didn't die.
Well, he didn't die.
That'll be his caption: Epstein files and Fee's death.
Phee dies.
Phee dies. Manly Mark takes over funding.
Yeah. Well, tell the folks what you got going on tonight.
Night with Phee at 9 p.m. Central Standard
tune into
Time.
that. I tuned in last night. Good show as always.
We're having a really good audience on night shows, and I'm thankful for that. We'll have some questions. We've got some more emails. If you have a question, you can always email me at phee@feesmee.com.
Or type it in the comments if you're just a regular listener.
Yeah, just
like
type it in the comments.
Jerry said last night, asked if he could ask a question.
Yes.
Jerry, you can ask us, or you can.
You ask the question on the chat. I kept waiting for him to ask, but I think maybe he sent it on the email.
Yeah, or if you can even direct message it on one of our social platforms, that works too.
There you go.
So Jerry, if you follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, give us shoot us a message and we'll
absolutely
we'll answer you, man.
We're doing the rocking and rolling with nickel and diamond here. We're just
2 lime timing.
Oh my goodness!
Drop a block of ice in my drink.
He's not a rapper, ladies and
with
gentlemen.
a lemon.
Hey, God bless you guys.
Yes, thank you for tuning in. See y'all next time.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes.
Tonight.
Tomorrow. Oh, tonight. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday.
Goodness gracious.
Goodbye, guys.
Get off the phone.